Kelsey Ray here with South by Southwest. I'm on the red carpet for the film premiere of Bob Trevino Likes It, starring John Leguizamo and Barbie Ferreira. Let's see what some of the cast and crew have to say about the film and the festival. I'm here with Deborah. She is cast of Bob Trevino Likes It. What made you want to get involved with this project?
I actually met Tracie through a class that I was taking, and I was so taken with her script. I actually was reading a different character in the context of class, and then Tracie reached out and she said, would you be available to play the role of Helene? And I was so thrilled to be a part of not only what is a beautiful project, but Tracie creates an amazing culture and incredibly encouraging environment on set. It was a pleasure to work with her.
So straight offer, not even an audition. Amazing.
And not even an audition, yes, which is just what we as actors want. Let's go straight to offer. I love that. Yes.
Is this your first time at South by Southwest?
It is, yes. Many, many years ago, I went to the Cannes Film Festival when I was a younger woman, and so I'm so thrilled to be here. It's been so rich, such a great experience.
Why do you think this film is such a great match for South by Southwest?
You know what I love about this film is that it's female directed, female written, and I think that South by has a unique sort of voice for this next generation. I think that they're very much on top of what is happening, and that makes it a very exciting festival, in my opinion.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Great, how you doing?
I'm good. What do you love most about coming to South by?
I mean, it's just such a lively festival. I mean, it's got more energy than I think any festival I've been to, so it's just great. Yeah.
How did you get involved with this project, and what made you want to help tell this story?
Tracie brought me on board as a producer pretty early on, and I just fell in love with it. You know, it's a positive story about social media, which is like maybe the first and last. I hope not the last, but yeah, it was such a great script, and she's such a talented director, so it was a no-brainer.
What do you hope audiences take away after seeing this film?
I hope audiences take away the fact that, you know, small acts of kindness can actually change people's lives, you know?
Well, that's beautiful. I look forward to seeing it. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm so excited to talk to you.
So excited to be here. Thanks for having time.
Absolutely, yes. I'm here with Tracie Laymon, director, writer, producer of Bob Trevino Likes It. This is not your first time at South by Southwest.
I started directing music videos and short films, and one of my first music video won the jury prize here a few years ago. Let's just say quite a few years ago, and it took a while, but I'm back. You know, it's so beautiful to come back home. You know, and my friends and family are here. Some of the cast and crew are here. I love Austin. I love South by Southwest. So,
why do you think that this film is such a great fit for South by Southwest?
I think Austin really, you know, when I was here and now as well, I think it just represents such authenticity. You know, people are they want something real. You know, the connection and real. And so I think this film has a lot of that. Has heart. I think Texas has a lot of heart. You know, and so I think myself, the crew, and the cast, we all really honored that. So.
Amazing. So this is an autobiographical story. What are some of the challenges in making a movie based off of your life, and why did you think that this would make such a great feature film?
Well, I think the reason I thought it would make such a great feature film is because this friendship had meant so much to me. And I just thought, well, I was so lucky to have experienced this friendship that I owe it to the world, because if it changed me and changed my life, then maybe the story could change other people as well.
So beautiful. I look forward to seeing it. Thank you so much for talking to us.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey, how's
South
it
by.
going?
What's
With
up?
South
How are
by.
you, South by.
We're doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. This weather's incredible. The city's blowing up, booming.
So this is not, you've been to South by Southwest before?
Yes, I have. My daughter had a short last year. She was the lead, and then I was here for Chef.
Oh, amazing.
Critical Thinking was here, but we had the pandemic, so I didn't have a premiere.
I'm so sorry. Well, we're making up for it.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
What is your favorite part about coming to South by Southwest?
I think it's the vibe, man. There's such a great vibe. I love a film. People are so happy to be with each other. It doesn't feel, like everybody's against each other or competitive. It feels like we're all here to celebrate filmmakers. We know how hard it is to make film, to tell a story, and we all are storytellers and lovers of stories, and we're here to celebrate each other. It really feels like that.
I could not agree more. You have been doing this for so long, decades and decades of work in film. What is it that you are looking for when you're considering accepting a role?
I want something that moves me, that truly moves me. I want to do stories that have impact, that talk about the human condition, that try to make a difference. There's no point in just, you can entertain, but you can also give so much more at the same time.
What are you hoping audiences take away with this film?
Oh my God, I want to see them laugh and be moved so painfully hard. Because this movie hits you so hard in a beautiful way, in a really like healing kind of way. It's a very healing movie. Tracie's a very healing human being. You know, she's so full of love, joy, and she admits it, but she accepts pain as part of life. And that's what I think you're going to walk out of this movie feeling it's so life validating.
Hello! I'm so good. We have a little posse with us. Hello.
This is my family.
Hi, how are
This
you
is my
guys?
wife Vanessa, my daughter Helene, and they.
Hello. That's amazing. Well, I'm Kelsey. I'm with South by Southwest. This is friend Stewart. He is cast of Bob Trevino Likes It. You have done so much film, so much TV over the years. Is there a difference in how you approach a character on TV versus a film?
Yeah, a little bit. Like the great thing about being on film is that you've got more time to prepare. You know you're going to be doing it, and so I just turned 60, and so learning lines, I like to be able to really know them. Where on TV, I might be like, you know, if I'm playing a coroner and I've got to say a bunch of medical speak, I'm going to write it down and put it on someone's chest and like act like I know what I'm talking about. So I think it's just the being more prepared and having the time to just really like walk in and be ready.
Sure. And this story is an autobiographical story based off of Tracie's real life. What made you want to be a part of telling this story?
You know, Tracie and my wife Vanessa, who's a wonderful writer, they were in the same writer group during COVID. And so I would come in and I would read their things for them because they needed actors.
We workshopped the script in a Zoom call, and I was like, we need some extra actors to come in and read it. And so he would just pop into the Zoom call to the writers group.
Yeah.
And
so I read read both parts of, I read Leguizamo's part and then I read my part. And then she said, oh, I want you to be Bob Trevino. And I said, oh, the good one, of course, you know. And she was like, no, the crappy one. I want you to be the bad one. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, you did. So, you know, it's, but along the way, we just kind of became good friends. And she's very good friends with my wife and my family. And so it's been, really fun.
What makes you most excited about bringing this film to South by Southwest?
I think it's a beautiful story. And I've seen it, and it's just a nice movie, because there are a lot of times where you make a movie and then you see it and you go, that's not a good movie. It's a crappy movie, you know. But this one, I just thought, oh, it's lovely and it's warm and it's unusual, but it feels like something that really makes sense with where we all are today. And I'm just very proud of it.
Thank you guys so much for talking with us. I'm looking forward to watching the film. So nice to meet you. You work this red carpet, girl. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Slaying the day away in this
Thank you.
this dress.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited to talk to you. This is Barbie Ferreira, cast of Bob Trevino Likes It. Can you tell me a little bit about the film and what drew you to the character of Lily?
Absolutely. Bob Trevino Likes It is about a young woman, Lily, who is going through issues with her family, especially her father, and it's kind of like a self-discovery journey of how to find your own chosen family and be able to be okay with maybe your family that you are blood related with not being the people that you really need in your life. So that's the vague version of it. But when I read the script, it was just so beautiful. And Tracie, it's all based on her life, and just for them to like have that and let me kind of take that personal story and bring it to life has just been such a wonderful, amazing thing. I'm talking about you, Tracie.
Yeah. Because this is an autobiographical story about her, you are basically playing the character of Tracie. Yeah. Is that a little intimidating? Like, what was the collaboration like to be playing it?
Yeah, so we spent a lot of time in diners, having breakfast, kind of talking about it. We have a lot of similarities in our lives, and getting to spend time with her has been really it was very amazing for the character because, and you know, she's always there. I kind of can bounce ideas off of it, and also to, you know, not make it exactly a carbon copy, but make it a kind of a character that is both of our experiences together has been just, it was so wonderful, and we found that kind of groove of telling the story and being vulnerable, being funny, and being, you know, her and emotional and all that good stuff. So
it's amazing, a nice little collaboration. Have you been to South by Southwest before?
I have not.
What are you looking forward to most by bringing this film to South by Southwest?
I'm just happy that people get to see it. I think that this movie is so beautiful, and I think a lot of people can take a lot of moments from it and hopefully heal. And also, we get to party with everyone, and I miss them. We were all in Kentucky for like a month in the summer, so I mean, I'm just excited to see everyone too.
Like a summer camp reunion.
Yes, exactly.
I'm here with Ashlyn Moore, cast of Bob Trevino Likes It. What made you want to be part of telling this story?
Indie film. I was actually an intern at Tribeca Film Festival 10 years ago on the other side. I'd been a competitive dancer, wanted to be an actor, so it was just a dream of mine to be in a film festival. And I had been looking for an indie film to work on, so I was just so lucky that this came across. And I don't know, it just spoke to me. I was working through something, Tracie's working through something, Barbie's working through stuff. So it was really just like serendipitous that everything came together. So this is like coming home. In Atlanta, I haven't been to do very much indie film, so I am just so happy to be here.
What are you looking forward to most by bringing this to South by Southwest? Because have you been here before?
No, first time in Austin. I love it.
So what makes this film festival a great place to debut this film?
I think the community. I've been meeting people who are not film goers and film lovers, and I have been just meeting a whole bunch of different people talking about the film. So it just feels like a very intimate, safe space and supportive community, and where everybody is excited about film.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us. I know you guys have a quick route, but thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
Back. Keep going for the director, Tracie Laymon. And we're gonna go to French Stewart. French? Keep it going for John Leguizamo. The one and only Barbie Ferreira. Producer Sean Mellon. And producer Edgar Rosa. And producer Felipe Diepa. Okay, whoa. Well, I mean, if you guys want to keep on being up, that's cool. I'll start it off with a couple of questions so you guys have a couple of minutes to dry your tears, and then I'll open it up to you guys. The light is in my eyes, so wave like a crazy person so I can see you. I guess I'm gonna start with you, Tracie and Barbie. How was your collaboration? Because you kind of casted yourself to some extent, and you, Barbie, you're playing a version of the director. How did you make the character your own?
I think it was, so me and Tracie spent a lot of time having breakfasts and lunches and talking about our family trauma, and we have a lot of similarities and also differences that I found were very universal too, things that I found, even though it's such a specific story. I feel like Tracie's kind of family dynamic is something I haven't seen on film or on TV. It's very nuanced, and it's not like this obvious kind of like bad dad. It's like usually with our family dynamics, it's way more complicated and nuanced, and you love them and you hate them, you know, all that stuff. So Tracie and I spent a lot of time talking, and just, you know, a wealth of knowledge every time when we were eating our little scrambled eggs.
Yeah, every meeting was like a therapy session. I was like, that was free. That was amazing. Yeah. Barbie is, she's so incredible. You sit down, she's so positive. So, and I'd seen her like childlike awe in Unpregnant, and her vulnerability and euphoria. And I said, put these together. This is Lily, and she's just so positive. And so every time, from the very first meeting until now, it's just been perfect. So.
John, how did you approach playing such a character with, at the same time, so much heart, but also so much vulnerability? It's just such a nuanced character.
Oh, it was such a great opportunity to play more of myself. Then I usually have to play a lot of villains and tough guys because, I'm a Latin man, so I have to, like, antagonize America somehow. And so this was a chance to be sort of like more myself, and it was such a great opportunity that I never get to. So and I met Tracie. We had an incredible breakfast, and when you hang out with Tracie, it's always a wealth of emotion and sharing, and she's so open and generous, and she just opens everybody and loves everyone, and you feel it in the movie.
It sounds like a lot of breakfast were involved in the production of this film. I can open it up to you guys. Please raise a hand. Or I can keep going. I have a card full of questions, but I'm sure you don't want to hear me speaking. What was your personal journey with writing the film, and personal resistance at all?
Yeah, so it was very honest for sure, but I leaned into the vulnerability. Part of it is because I felt like, I'll tell you a little bit about my Facebook, Bob. 2012, my dad kind of disappeared. He got mad at me for a little thing, and he disappeared. And I was trying to get, I was like, I'm sorry, And I put his name into Facebook, and I accidentally friended this other man, and his widow is here tonight, Terry. I'm not sure. Where is she? Terry, yeah. And so it was from 2012 until 2021, he was kind to me. He said happy birthday. Bob Lehman says happy birthday every year. Bob Lehman says, way to go, kiddo. And he had access to my heart, and he didn't even know he had that access. But what he did with it changed my whole life. So I felt like I'd been given such a gift that I had to be vulnerable. I had to lean into it because I owed it to the world to share what this man had meant to me.
Anyone else? Right here. So this is a question about the authenticity of the film in general.
Thank you.
That's what you want to hear.
Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know if I know how to not be real. So that's... so
also, I think several of us had narcissistic biological fathers.
Turns out.
So a lot of the homework was baked in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Right here in the front.
It was super fun. I mean, I think a lot of the times I get kind of this confident role, and people want me to be like the goth, like sexy one who's like doesn't, whatever it is, that. So to me, every time I look for a character nowadays, it's parts of me that I like to express, and there is a part of me that's so Lily that is a people pleaser. That I try to play her in the most authentic to Tracie, and also as kind of vulnerable and naive as I can be. So it was really about just kind of accessing that. And I just love the character so much. And it's so fun to play someone who basically I have this like amazing resource, which is Tracie. And I also have my own resource, if you know what I mean. So turns out there are a lot of narcissistic fathers in the world.
There was a question right here. What made you decide to get into film? That's for you.
Oh, well, it was actually my dad. I tried to, communicate with him, about things that mattered, but he didn't really want to do that. So, but he would read the log lines of the newspaper when I was a kid. We'd be sitting at the table, and he'd, then we'd maybe see the movie. And so I thought, at 8 years old, I was like, if I write a movie about something I care about, we'll go see the movie. And then we'll talk about it, after. So and around, after a little while, I realized I can't be doing that for him because I'll never succeed, So I had to do it for you.
Do we have anyone else? Yes, here.
Oh, well, you know, it's interesting because it was I came to this project because Tracie has a writer's group that my wife is a part of. And so during COVID, I would come in to read different characters for different people. And so she had me read both Bob Trevino's at one point. But then she said, well, I want you to be in the movie. I want you to be Bob Trevino. And I was like, yeah, good Bob Trevino. I get it. I get it. That's me. And she was like, no, shitty Bob Trevino. And I was like, oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah. But it was nice because it's not something that I normally always get to do. Because if I'm on a sitcom, I play stupid Vice Principal Johnson. And then if I'm in like an hour-long drama thing on TV, I'm a pedophile. It's the same sweater vest either way, which is one-stop shopping. So no, it was just it was just a joy from beginning to end. And Tracie and you know our stars are just so kind, and they create this really warm environment. It's not like you're coming to the set and it's like, oh, here comes Steven Seagal. Oh no. It's just easy, and so it was just a beautiful experience.
Do we have anyone else? Yes, you.
All right. Yes. Okay.
Bob
so
Trevino.
I was worried my dad would sue me. You know, and you know, I'm an indie filmmaker. I don't want to get sued. So I had to change the name, and I thought, well, everything is so authentic in this story. If I'm going to change the name, it has to be a name that really means something to me, you know, personally. And I had a friend named Bob Trevino, who's right here, and and he and his wife Denise, who's next to him, they had been very kind to me on social media and throughout, you know, my filmmaking career. And I said, Bob, can I use your name because you have the heart, and I need to combine this, and I need it to be real. So.
And he did fix her toilet. He fixed her toilet. I'm not kidding. It was very art. Life imitates art.
He's a special, you know, he does special effects, so he did the special effects for the movie as well.
Nice.
Do we have anyone else? I don't see. Right here.
Well, I guess what. Oh, okay. What drew to me? I mean, I changed the name to Bob Trevino, and then I was like, all right. And growing up in Texas, I had a lot of, I say, Latin, you know, influence in my life, and I just fell in love with the idea. You know, there have been a lot of people that have influenced me that are Latin American, you know, and I thought that's what I should do because it feels right. It feels right for this story. It feels right for Bob's heart, and as I was doing that, I had all these metaphors like, where did I come from, you know, and where do I belong, and what languages was I not taught, you know, because clearly I had to teach myself as an adult, and so it just kind of all started coming. I didn't really mean to do it. It just kind of all came together, you know, and then I was looking at Barbie, and I was like, Barbie is it, and then I was looking at John, I was like, oh, this makes sense, you know, so it was just kind of a natural thing, you know.
Do we have anyone else? Yeah, right here. So this is a question about the challenges during production.
How much time do we have?
None.
Time for the producers. No. No, I mean, there were none. Yeah, it was flawless. Yeah, I mean, Tracie got on a flight to Louisville with a small piece of the budget secured. That's fun, officially, and we kind of fought through it. And
so it was all coming, but
it was coming, but it wasn't. It wasn't
Sean,
in the
where
bank.
is it?
So that was stressful. Day one of production was the SAG strike. That was fun. There were some I don't know, Edgar, you want to talk through some other stuff?
I mean, we had, you know, normal production issues, but I think, like, you know, I do have to say, like, the state of Kentucky was an amazing place to film. Really, really amazing. And yeah, we didn't focus on the things that were like holding us back. We really just took advantage of the resources that were available.
Yeah. I mean, Tracie talks a big game about family, but it felt like a family, like in the way that I hope every filmmaker gets to experience, because she really made it that way. Sean, Edgar, like every single day, like we got rained out. We lost 2 days. We lost like days of production, and everyone was like showing up every single day the next day, like doing whatever it took. Like it was very much.
Yeah, and on that note, I just want to say, like, I think I speak for the whole producing team here when, my philosophy for making films is tell stories you love with people you love, and we were able to do that, so.
I was just going to say, we were supposed to have more days, but at the end of the day, I think we had 18 shoot days, 18 for this movie, which is very low for a nuanced movie with like 20 locations, So, so I'm very proud of what we did, and if they hadn't been so incredible, we couldn't have done it. I didn't, they did like 2 takes, 3 takes. They're done. It's perfect. So.
We only have time for one more. So who's it gonna be? It's gonna be you.
Yeah, I got to speak on it because Tracie, it is her superpower. You work with a lot of filmmakers. Everybody's got their own unique personality. Some filmmakers are edgy, some are neurotic, some are toxic. And then you meet Tracie, and who's all giving, generous, a perfectionist, but not in a toxic way. She wants to make it beautiful and real, and we all did. And she creates this utopian place where you can just be yourself and care about everybody's performance and that everybody's doing well. And she really cares genuinely about every single person on the crew. Yeah, I'm not making it up. I'm not exaggerating. And the love you see on the film is who she really is, and it's infectious. And so we all start like wanting to make everybody better, and it's just a beautiful set she runs.
Absolutely. Well, I think that on that note, give them a very warm round of applause.
And that does it for our red carpet coverage of Bob Trevino Likes It. I'll see you at the next one.